This video is part of a series developed by WorkSafe Western Australia. In these videos, we look at the importance of health and safety representatives and how an HSR is the key to communicating health and safety ideas and concerns between persons conducting a business or undertaking, also known as PCBUs, and workers. When everyone works together in sharing ideas and concerns, great things can happen, such as improving work conditions, finding better ways to perform tasks, and keeping people healthy and safe. After all, we want everyone to go home safe from work.
In Western Australia, trained health and safety representatives have the authority to issue a Provisional Improvement Notice, or PIN, to duty holders in order to rectify safety contraventions when a resolution cannot be reached. To ensure that PINs can be appropriately acted upon, it is important that HSRs fill in the form correctly. A PIN template can be downloaded from the WorkSafe website. Before submitting a PIN, it is recommended that HSRs read the PIN information sheet found on the last page of the PIN template and familiarise themselves with the Work Health and Safety Act 2020 and Work Health and Safety Regulations 2022, plus any relevant codes of practice. Additional material can be found on the HSR Matters website, including an HSR handbook which contains a section on PINs. On the first page of the PIN template, Section 1 requires the HSR to enter their name, telephone number, and the work area for which they are responsible, including the address. In Section 2, the HSR must provide details of the duty holder who has the responsibility for the safety contravention that will be specified in Section 4. In theory, a PIN can be issued to any person who owes a duty under the Work Health and Safety legislation. This includes a PCBU, or person conducting a business or undertaking, which could be a body corporate, unincorporated association, partnership, organisation, or an individual. For state public servants, it could be the state of Western Australia, followed by the responsible agency. When filling in the box Name of Duty Holder, be sure to write the name of the legal entity, not the trading name or business name. This may be found on a formal document, such as a payslip. Alternatively, search online at ABN Lookup. Enter the trading or business name to reveal the legal entity name. Section 3 identifies the specific person to whom the PIN will be submitted. This person will often be the HSR's direct supervisor. On page 2, Section 4 outlines details of the contravention. In the site location box, state the area in which the contravention is occurring or has occurred and the address of the workplace, followed by the name of the HSR. Notice the following phrase, reasonably believe. HSRs need to think objectively to determine if they reasonably believe there is a breach of the WHS legislation. A reasonable belief is a belief that a reasonable person would form in the same position and with the same information. HSRs should consult the workers they represent and, if present, other HSRs at the workplace to be sure their concerns are legitimate before submitting a PIN. If the contravention is an ongoing hazard, write the current date and time and tick option A. If the contravention has occurred in the past and is likely to occur again, write the date and time of the last occurrence and tick option B. Next, establish which provision of the Work Health and Safety Act or the regulations is being or has been contravened. You'll need to consult the Work Health and Safety Act 2020 and Work Health and Safety Regulations 2022 to determine the correct section and subsection. Tick only one box and note the relevant section and subsection. Next, Write a brief description of how the provision is being or has been contravened. Be sure to address each element of the provision. If an element doesn't exist, a contravention can't exist. If filling in the PIN by hand, HSRs can include more information on another page. The next box is optional. The HSR can make recommendations on how to remedy the contravention. It is not an offence for the duty holder to fail to comply with these recommendations. They may choose to resolve the contravention in a different manner. On page 3, Section 5 recounts how the HSR has previously communicated with the duty holder regarding the concerns about the contravention. This is why it's important to keep a record of all consultation regarding the issue, both written and verbal, prior to submitting the PIN. Include the outcome of each consultation in the description. Then, the HSR must confirm they have received the required HSR training to be eligible to submit the PIN. In Section 6, write the date that the PIN will be issued and state the desired timeframe for the contravention to be rectified. This timeframe should be a minimum of 8 days from the date the PIN is issued. Lastly, the HSR must sign the PIN document. Before submitting the PIN, the HSR should double-check the following. They are exercising their power to issue a PIN in relation to a matter that affects the workers in the workgroup they've been elected to represent. The HSR reasonably believes there is a contravention of the WHS legislation. The HSR has consulted with the person to whom the PIN will be submitted. The HSR has stated the day by which the contravention is to be fixed, and this is no earlier than the 8th day after the date the PIN is submitted. The HSR has completed the prescribed training to be an HSR. The PIN can now be submitted to the relevant person, either via email or hard copy.